And when I started one camera, it stops the other camera. Okay. So, hi, I am here. I am sitting on Cyberlink UCAM from outside my house. I have arrived here on a day that is the Thursday. It is the day of thirst. Wednesday is the day of miracles. Why? Because the Spanish say miraculous. So if you're going to call us anything at all, don't call us Nicholas or Saint Nick because we're already here. Santa Claus has passed and he has left something in his sock. And guess what? It's the sole of my foot with 5 toes on each foot. Each foot goes forward 5 at a time. Each hand chooses 5 at a time. And my hand goes on a mouse. So my mouse says who gets the cheese. My tongue or cow tongue. Cows make cheese. And here is the mouse. My tongue is split. Therefore, it must be the split moons of Mars, in where the one mouse of Luna, Earth, brings me into this world. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, okay, because I just got shut down in a video, so therefore the second time I come around, the videos are not half as good as they used to be. We are in the house of the Jacob. Jacob's house is a cage. And it's not because I desire to tell you this, but because of the word. Bocage. Barack Obama, the creation angel of Jacob, backwards the other way. 17 is the queen, the gateway in gematria, where the angel comes together and creates the cage. G and A, M and E. Game is me. The sun is the game. 3 by 18, 54 sun. 3 by 17, which connects A to G. You put them together and you lock the trains together. 7 and 1 is 8. 71 and 17 is 88. Why? Because this and this is how you create your 88. Your other way to create your 88, you see this heart? Now I'm going to show you one other thing. See the way I put 2 hearts on top of each other? You now have 88, and it creates the diamond in the center. You create club, diamond. You create the spade and the heart. Only the diamond, red diamond, in which is built from 2 cards, club and spade. When you put this club and the spade together, this is what you end up with. Okay? This is what you end up with when you put the club and the spade together. You see that over here? The 2 stands make the diamond. There's a separation of 1, in which will become your east, west, 4 and 6, or 3, 5, and 7 if we're coming off a low shoe. How low is your shoe? It's on the ground, because man doesn't fly like the angels except for in his head. When you look at Bocage, 1 in the 7th gate, this becomes 14. This is the cross on man's back. AC power connects to 1 and 4, okay, which is the cross. This creates your 5. 5, 10, 5, 10. J is 10. This is 1. This is 3. Now, I'm a little all over the place, okay? So let me start off that Bocage in the house of Jacob. The cage is the house of the dog. DOG, division omega, game, dog. Okay, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4. Earth and Mars. Earth and Mars, Wednesday and Thursday. 3 and 4, which is Wednesday. The 3rd day of the week, which is Tuesday. The 5th day of the week, which is Thursday. Electric company. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4. Earth and Mars, the only 2 planets that do not support the letter U. Then we go ahead. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 is 7, and 12 is 19. There are 3 areas in French that total up to the number 19. 3 times 19 equals the 57 moon. 57, 75, the Hebrew year we are in right now. Tomorrow ends a cycle in which, in the Hebrew cycle, we end on the 6th day, which is the Sabbath day. On the 7th day, we rest. So in the Mayan cycle, we have 6 days, 1 day, and 3 days, 9 days, and the day we rest, 10. 216 hours. We do that twice a month is 432, and that is the vibration we are stuck between, in which 6 days of 16 hours of light, man is up in the day, and 8 hours he's asleep, and that is the 24 hours a day. At the same time, 4 times 4, 4 plus 4, create the P and H, which comes out apparently from the Hebrew alphabet, as P and H is Fa, which looks like the E letter, which is the angel electronic electricity. Elasticity inside man's mind that stretches with the light. That's why our brains go poof, poof, poof every time you think. But forget about that. That's stupidity. Okay? So let me just show you one more thing. So we showed number 19. Number 19 shows up in 3 areas in French. It shows up from 1 over to 19, in which 10 is a name. 10. It's a continuation. 1 and 9, in which 9 is in the secondary world because it's stripes and solids. 9 is on the other side of 8, and it's a stripe ball. So everything ends at 7, 1 to 7. The queen, the white, is on every ball and behind every number, every black number. There's black on every ball in the number, but on the black, it is pasted onto white. The maiden, the white is the maiden. She cannot drink the spirit because she's underage. There's only 16 balls when you play 8 ball. 8 and 8, 88. 71 and 17, 88. 9 and the 15 ball, the 15 is 1 and 5 is 6. You have 6 and 9 reverse. 9 and 15 is 24 of the 24 hours of the day. 1 and 8 is 8. And 15 and 9 is 24 and 8. Okay? It's 32. It's cold. It's the freezing point. It's the round zero where the light passes on through. So now we have Bocage. I just want to show you something pretty simple. See where it says win big? 23. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 plus 2 is 9. That's I, N, and W. It says win. Big is B, I, G. Win big. This is more or less Ben saying for birth, or Bin Laden, if you want to call it that way. Lad, the dal, which is the alley, the alleyway in which the light passes. But I'm not going to get into that. We're just going to jump onto one more piece that I saw the mother of Christ in 2005 on May 5th at 9 o'clock at night in the sky. She told me 7286. I went up online, I found nothing. So I decided I'll take away the year I'm in, 2005. I got 5281. That's Earth and Venus. It also, and she told me I should remarry my wife in the heavens. So I called her up and she didn't want anything to do with it. I didn't know it was a code. There was over 300 pages. When I looked it up, I found Dragon Ball Z. Satan 1, Satan 2, Return of the Sith. And right now, it's the coming of time. Why? Because the Canadians are on a chance to win the 25th Stanley Cup, the Grey Cup, the Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup. The 25th is Jack's cap on top of his head, in which he supports the brain they call the Grey Cup. And if he gets the winner, he becomes the Super Bowl. For the alligators and the lizards of this land, he becomes the meat that they take advantage of as he learns on this planet. On this page that I'm telling you of 200 pages, I was smart enough back then when it was so strong, and I'm talking a little bit zoom around because I did this video already and now I'm just a little frustrated. So this had 200 pages, 70 to 86. Found me the page 5281, Dragon Ball Z, Return of the Sig Test. Return of the Signal Testing Element, SIG test. Okay? At the same time that it says Sig Test, it said Sith, and then it said Satan 1 and Satan 2, the lights of Mars. Split tongue, cheese, mouse. Man speaks with his tongue, but he does just as bad with his hands. He's slanderous with both. There were 200 pages, and on the pages it said NBSP, and there were little words. In between every 200 or 300 marks of NBSP, there would be a word. It was coded all the way through. Have I looked through it entirely? No, I have not. Will I? Yes, I will. That is enough. I have said. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. But excuse me, back to 6, 1, and 3, the laws of Moses. 365 good, 248 bad. 248 bad. 124. That is the cat. That is how catalyzer of a car, a catalyzer of a car is how the cat reads off the element. Right now, that element, like a mulch in our head, like a rose bush, is cooked. It's over. Our cycle is melting. We're getting all these mental disorders for a reason right now because the spirit is strong and man's mind has been made weak. But things are going to turn around. May is just like October, 5 and 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. Inside, if you want to speak of the Mayan calendar, there's a secondary count, which is 25,920, which is divisible by 216 and is also divisible by 24 hours in a day. I'm not going to give you all the figures right now. I don't have them on top of my head. I'm trying to think where else am I going with this. Yes, the 25,625 count in which 3 and 4 are missing. And the number to love and the sun, okay, when you multiply it, also 5 by 5 by 5 by 5 or 4 by 4 by 4 by 4, which is the fox, which is the sun. Both of them will total numbers. 256 doubled is 512 memory. 3 and 4 is missing for the straight. The other one is 625, where 3 and 4 again is missing for the higher straight, in which what I'm going to get to now is that if you move 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 equals 25, 620, excuse me, equals 625, multiplied by USA, which equals 41, equals to 25, 625. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. God help me, I hope somebody understands this video. Thank you for watching.